The culture is in the building right now, and these three are part of one of the dopest movies I've seen in a minute. I can't front, I was nervous at first, but after I saw the trailer, I was like, everything gonna be all right. From House Party, we got Karen Obilom, DC Young Fly, and Jacob Latimore.
Hey. You dig what it do.
Yo, I can't stress enough. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all did it.
I appreciate it.
Y'all pulled off the miracle of touching a classic, paying homage to it, and then running past what the original did and creating your own thing with it, man.
That's good. I feel good.
I like that.
I like it. I've been trying to tell him.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've been trying to tell him.
You hear me?
I've been trying to tell him.
You know, because sometimes you just don't know how it's gonna pan out when you touch something that's so beloved, right?
Even us, before we started, I mean, we love the script, but you don't know how it's gonna turn out.
Yeah,
you know, what they gonna cut, what they gonna add.
Exactly.
So watching it, I was just like, okay, y'all really did it, and I'm really proud of it. So
I think the most important thing, the energy was there. The energy out the gate, like as soon as we got on set, that first day just felt good. You know what I mean? And every day since then, just I was talking to Chuck. I was like, man, he's like every day just been feeling crazy.
Right.
I was like,
it's feeling like a party.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And feeling like a party, feeling good. The energy, the chemistry's crazy. Everybody family. Everybody know each other, so it's cool.
And it's cultural based. You dig what I'm saying? So we got the OGs in the movie. You feel me? And it's our representation of what today's house party would look like.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I know the old heads like don't touch the classes, but it's like if we don't get taught by y'all, how we gonna know the foundation?
Yeah,
True.
You know we love it enough to make it again.
You feel me?
Yeah, and I love the fact that it wasn't a copy and paste approach.
No.
Come on.
You know, and it's its own thing and it exists in its own place. And I can honestly say that this is going to be this generation's house party. But if you was a fan of the original house party,
You gonna what?
this gonna be yours too.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
appreciate it.
I felt dirty when I was ready to tell people it's better than the original.
Oh,
That's the second time we heard that today.
And that hurt, you know, and
That's the second time we heard
I
that
was
today.
just gonna be like, thank you, but
Hi, you didn't hear it from
Number
me.
one. Hey, let's make it number one.
You feel me?
please and thank you. And like when you think back on the original trilogy, you know, I'll start with you, Jacob. What was your favorite out of the original? And I say trilogy because everything after 3 don't count.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Because people act like this is the first remake of it. They know they got 9 movies. They
it
have
was like
9.
like a white kid.
So, like,
in
don't
it.
touch our classics.
9
It's been touched
house party.
a lot. It's
Yeah.
been used.
It's been fondled.
It's been fondled
We
with.
had to go get it back.
Okay, we're like, come back to life.
I mean, obviously the most iconic probably is just the dance scene. You feel me? Like the
Facts.
original. You feel me? I think that was the most iconic and the most like memorable. Because I was born in '96, so I was still like, you know what I'm saying when the original came out. But it's like I think the cinematography during that time, the fashion during that time, the hairstyles during that time was so on point. And I think that's what we did for our time. You know what I mean? Our era. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. I've been telling people about it. I done watched it like 6 times. I'm like, I'm telling you,
I ain't seen
fire.
it yet.
It's fire.
Dude.
I ain't seen
you
it
in
yet.
for a treat.
I ain't seen it yet.
It's good,
Like,
man.
what was your favorite out of like the original house parties?
Which one?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, number one, I think the whole thing about House Party in any movie in that era is the nostalgia that we feel when we watch these things. And House Party gives everybody nostalgia, and that's why they feel so protective of it, because it feels like their memory.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the original will always be number one to me.
Number one.
You know I got to go with the original because the original got a whole lot of sauce into it. You feel what I'm saying? It shows
It's the first.
It's the first, and plus it showed them overcoming adversity. You feel what I'm saying? No matter what was going on, they had to make it to the house party. The people forget that the movie itself was crazy. It's just the house party what turned it up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It aged well.
It's a very
aged
simple,
super well.
Yeah, it's a very simple premise.
Right.
It's we trying to get to the house party.
You got to get to the house party, but it's gonna be obstacles before you get to the house
Yes.
party. You dig what I'm saying?
And even when you look at how many people who went on to be huge stars that was in the original one,
Yeah.
and you look at this new one,
Right.
not only you have people who are stars already, people who are killing it, but there's also people who are right there on the cusp of going to the next level. And I can only hope and pray. I mean, because y'all all killing it individually right now,
Appreciate it.
but you guys are now like, you know, in the Hall of Fame now.
snap.
You know, in a different way.
Haircut,
because-
you said it, man.
Yo, I mean, 'cause, like, when you talk about
Yeah.
cinema classics. You talk about
Yeah.
Juice. You talk about
Oh,
Boys in the
yeah.
Hood.
Right.
You know,
Right,
Rain
at the
on
Wood,
Tail.
and I'm actually doing the Wood, the show, and so I was like, they gonna hate me. I'm doing all these remakes, touching all their classics to get this girl out of here. She from
That's
Austin.
Time. It's time. And in the theater, I think the theater experience is gonna be a lot better for our audience, man, because. Originally it was coming out HBO Max, but we like, man, this theater vibe is and coming out of COVID.
That's
coming
more
out of-
nostalgia.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hope people go to
we
the
need
theater.
we need to go out and see good energy. You feel me? And with our culture, so it's gonna be.
Don't let cinema die, y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't let the
you
theater
can't,
die.
You can't see a theater play in your house all the time. You got to go get the.
Get out.
First of all, you got to
Get
get
out.
the experience. Some
Yep.
people forget that the social media is taking away the experience.
True.
Streaming.
You're not getting the real
Yeah.
experience if you can see a Michael Jackson show on YouTube all day.
Yes.
Until you have went to one.
Yes.
It's a different feeling.
different
DC,
vibe.
let me tell you, I'm such a Michael Jackson fan. Like especially when I was a younger kid,
Right.
that my grandmother took me to the show, and I blacked out, and I don't remember the
Yeah.
show at all. Like it was that much
that
of an
it's crazy.
impact.
People fainting.
Yeah, and I was one of those people.
It was the
But
music.
see,
It was
that
the
experience,
vibration.
You would never know that somebody can make you black out.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I had to be reminded that she took me, and like she
Exactly.
had somebody
Right.
else who corroborated the story and showed me
You went to the
pictures.
show.
So it
I ain't
happened.
go.
That's
Yes, you
crazy.
did. You should have started your face the whole time.
Yeah.
She can record you then.
Nah, like back there, it'd have been like, the projector. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
the
84,
projector.
85.
Oh, please.
But yo, y'all got busy on multiple levels.
Appreciate
it.
Showed
Yeah.
off some dance moves too.
No.
Who had to work the hardest to like get the steps together? Or because I know Jacob, you come from, you've been
He
doing
do his
this.
thing.
He did.
But
You
you
know,
get down too, DC.
I do my thing. She do her
I do my
Dancing
thing.
with the Stars, anybody?
Yeah,
Oh, I would love that.
I'm down.
You know.
I was almost on the show. I had to do something right quick though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Somebody put him on the show again.
Yeah.
No, they reached out.
I love to see
They
it.
reached out. They were like, "Yo," I was like, "I got
Say
that."
yes.
No,
They
it's
got
coming-
first dibs.
It's coming back around.
I told them,
Yeah.
"Call me again." Though.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
coming back. I can't wait to
come
salsa.
back.
Yeah,
Yo.
I used to kind of do a little
Circle
bar
the
in
block.
middle school a little bit.
Did
Okay.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the feet was moving.
Mm,
The coordination
I
was
can
there.
move. I can do a. I can do a salsa. A
Listen,
mean salsa.
when they was doing the retakes,
Mhm.
I had to forgot I had lines. Cause I'm sitting there watching the dance. They like DC. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta say cause the routine was lit.
It was great.
Every time. And who that was with you, Tina?
No, don't say nothing.
Oh, yeah, because are we spoiling it?
I mean, it's in the
commercial already.
It's in the trade. Oh, you're right.
in the
Tina, Tinashe.
Yeah.
Tinashe.
This guy said
I
Tina.
always get somebody another name.
Is that her real name?
No.
Oh,
Tinashe.
Tinashe is her name.
I knew Tina was in
Tinashe.
there.
Shout out to Tinashe, man. Big love.
But, and also
He is a great.
DC, you the DJ in this one.
Right.
And iconically, the original DJ was Martin Lawrence.
Right.
Nice little tag in. You know what I'm saying? That was it.
Man, people don't understand that Martin Lawrence is like my all-time favorite sitcom to watch.
Man.
Like,
Okay.
and when I got
best
the role,
one.
salute to Cal, man, cause he fought. You feel me? Like he fought.
For you to
feel
get
me?
the part?
He fought.
How
It's
was
po-
that
it's
a hard
politics.
sell?
Far from
It's just
me too.
politics. It's just how it be.
Yeah.
But that's why unity is unity.
Yeah.
And that's why when you say what you say about the movie, because it's people that's fight for everybody to actually have positions. You see what I'm saying? You got to give praise to God.
Yes.
But then he also got angels down here that's gonna fight for you.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So and then once I had to go watch the old movie to see how Martin played in here. Cause I'm like, all right, I don't want to do nothing he did, but I want to be like the grandson of him.
Yes.
Okay.
Energy.
You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be different, but we in the same family.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that they understand those two characters, they correlate. You feel me?
Right.
And just to have a smaller position of somebody that like I admire in the game, it's just like it's a blessing.
And the wild thing is, I've been as high as your character in the movie before, and I related to that.
Right.
It's
Yes.
like, no, I understand how time travel works.
Yeah. He said, y'all want to go back?
Now, and who was your spirit animal? When you're trying to tap into the energy of your character, Cam.
Well, I really wanted to say Tisha, but my character was so different from the both of them.
Yeah.
So I just had to tap into somebody completely new. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is a chance to make this iconic film, but add a new, fresh breath to it. You know what I'm saying? Venus, I feel like if anything, she's the mixture of those two when she starts to have fun, but she's very much put together what I call her, that
Voice of Reason.
Voice of
Voice of
Reason, which doesn't happen a lot in back then. You know, the women were just there to look pretty and
Right.
be sexy and stuff. So it's really nice to play that and also be a love interest. It's like a nice little tap on the back. Oh, you think I'm cute, huh? Okay.
Very, very.
You know what I'm saying?
be changed for me.
Now, Jacob, across your IMDb, you could be like Young Dad of the Year because
Right.
you're always doing the fatherhood
Uh-oh.
well on screen.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
who was your inspiration? Or was it even drawn from any of the original movies?
I think for me, I respected the original, but I think even going into it, reading the script, I was like, man, I really don't want to try to copy anything. I want to keep some of those nostalgic themes, but overall, I was just putting a lot of my own personality into it. A lot of my film career, I did a lot of drama, so I never really had a chance to really show my personality and be goofy and be fun and dance.
You did so
And,
good.
You know, a lot of people still discovering that I do music, so it's like this is an opportunity for me to smile in the film. You know what I'm saying, and really just. Have fun and shout out to Calmatic. He allowed us to improv a lot of things and have fun because it is a comedy. So it's like with comedy you gotta go with what you feel sometimes versus what's on paper. But a lot of the stuff that was on paper was incredible. Shout out to Childish Gambino and his brother for penning it, LeBron for producing, Reggie Hudlin, the original producer as well from the OG film. So like the energy itself was just crazy, and I just felt like I didn't have to stray too far from myself to really capture it. You know what I'm saying? To capture the energy. And me and Tosin, who's playing Demond, met a couple months before.
Shout out to
Known
Toto.
DC, Rotimi, like the Melvin, like the whole cast is a family already.
So good.
So the chemistry was easy. It was easy.
And it bled through on the screen too. And I mean, I'm calling it now. I feel like people are gonna want a sequel.
Hey.
And because you guys knocked it out the park this first time, if they was like, all right, we got an idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Are y'all all in for a house party too?
It's got the script. The script got to make me feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. But
It's the same people helming it then.
yeah. So it's just
Probably.
I think let's get through the first one.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's-
you call my
let's
phone.
culture.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk him into it. Trust me. I'm talking everybody
let's get
into
the
it.
first one.
I'll
And
do
then we
it.
would need all the original parts back.
Pull up.
Yeah.
Even the koala.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The koala was
That's
the
what the
The
most
cover,
work.
the cover
Yeah.
give you like clues to what's coming in the scene. It's gonna be
Yes.
Now it's funny because after watching the movie, then you look back at the color and you're like, oh, because even the light skinned guy in the back on the
Right.
poster behind you, I'm like, is that Steve Harvey with his headpiece on? I didn't know what was going on, but then when I saw, oh, that's Man Boy, right?
It's a
That's
character.
Man
It's a lot of
Boy.
characters, man.
He look crazy.
Little pieces.
Melvin.
The three red hoodies in the back. That's a
Yeah, Rotimi.
Rotimi.
But I felt like Man Boy wasn't acting. I feel like that's how he is.
Hey.
You know, based off
yeah.
of how I see him on Snowfall and whatnot.
No,
Yeah.
Melvin acted his butt off in that.
he
thing.
going crazy.
He's
Melvin
really
be going
chill,
crazy.
really mellow person. So him doing that is the funniest. Like I was on set when they did their first days. I was in the back trying to shut up because
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard. I'm like, who is that?
Melvin improv.
Oh,
Yo,
it was
what is
improv.
Torture techniques.
Yo.
Yes, all of that was
And
improv.
it's good to see, you know what I'm saying, Melvin pop off because, you know, we come from the social media world.
Okay.
So once we transition, it's not too many of us wanted to take the initiative to take it serious to transition because they so used to social media.
Right,
so when you see somebody that really takes a craft serious, like he said, he come from drama. We all come from drama.
Right.
You feel me? We come from the theater background. So once we're in front of that camera, it's another form of theater.
Yep.
Now, but the beauty of it all, though, is just to watch each and every one of y'all evolve from like where we first started to see you to where it's at now. Like it's weird. It's like I don't want to say this. Like I'm watching you grow right before my eyes. Got me.
You is.
It's not like I'm 1,000 years old or anything, but
Nah, time is
man,
going.
I remember you had less facial hair. You know what I'm saying?
That's the last time
Connects
I was here.
now.
I got a flyer
Connect.
with Jacob when we did a show at Skate Town.
Skate Town. Oh my
I
god.
still got that flyer,
It was
boy.
me, Queen.
It was like 2011.
Man.
All right, so were you in the rap space at this
Yeah,
time?
I was in
or
the
were you
rap
singing?
space then.
Okay.
I'm going crazy in the city. But we were still like in the mix.
Yes.
It was
Because y'all are
still.
both Atlanta.
ACL.
Yes, sir.
ACL.
Yo,
It's crazy.
and I hope
Time
this is a
flying.
camaraderie
Bandit game
that
Marco was
continues.
on now.
Bandit.
Oh, yeah.
Bandit. Wow.
You got to repost that flyer at some
Yeah, we
point.
gotta
just
post
to
that.
show.
It's in the box.
Yeah, you
I'm gonna go
gotta show
grab
it.
it.
Yeah, this
Okay.
ain't the box.
It's in the box. I keep
Now-
a lot of boxes.
I gotta, as the list grows of the things you guys have all been associated with, is there something on your resume that you would like to see a sequel or a spin-off of that hasn't happened yet?
On my resume.
Maybe this one film I did called Slight. Slight was interesting.
Yeah.
But I talk to the director about it all the time. He not feeling it. But JD not feeling it. But we gonna do something again together though, because it was a real indie project. But we were able to go to theaters and able to make really just something out of nothing. The budget was like $250,000. Like,
Which I made it look dope.
we made it look dope, man. And it was a lot of creatives, and it was amazing. So probably Slight. I still want to do something, even if it's not part 2 of that, something in that realm of just like magic and technology and sci-fi kind of.
Right.
What about you, Karen?
I have probably a few things, honestly. Well, I would love to see my character in Doom Patrol come back because she turned into a villain, super villain, and I initially want to play a superhero, but supervillain's much more fun.
I don't know. I want to play a supervillain.
Yeah. And then this movie called Resort to Love I did on Netflix. My character was just a lot of fun, so I would do that again. And then I am I'm in the wood, but it's just we did the pilot, so I'm just gonna say I want it to continue on.
Talk it.
It's on the
You
way.
gonna be on
We
that.
gonna
'Cause
manifest.
that is a classic. Oh, what's
Yeah.
Rick Famuyiwa?
Yeah,
is the director of the
Famuyiwa,
original
yes.
Wood. He went on to
Fire.
do Dope, which is another
Yes.
hood
Yeah.
classic
Yes.
too.
Fire.
What about you?
I would like to see my character on BMF
Yeah.
Yes.
a little bit more. I mean, we in there, we
Okay.
in there, but I'm talking about like in there. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Not just a
Yeah.
cameo.
Regular.
I mean, yeah, but
Oh.
in there.
Yeah.
And this is a movie that I've been debating on a lot. Not another drum line because I love music, but another form of drum line where
Battle of the Bands. type of vibe.
Nick Cannon comes back and he end up teaching at his old school,
Okay.
and I'm one of the students.
Well, I guess you could ask him.
Oh, it's in the works.
Oh, period.
It's in the works.
Tell me.
And it's like I will be playing with the band though. Like I'm really like,
Yeah, you
because I play
musician
drums.
You really
Oh, because
play
I play
drums,
drums.
too.
So it's like that whole fantasy of being in drumline and doing that with the band, going back to me being a kid again. It's just a dream come true.
Word.
Yeah.
Nah, man, listen, man, like y'all got the power to not only like speak this thing into existence, because it seems like y'all manifested amazing careers for yourselves. But shoot, man, y'all got equity in this business, man. Produce your own damn spinoffs, you know what I mean? And get it poppin'.
Yeah.
Real quick, going back to the movie that we're here to discuss, House Party, mad cameos,
Appreciate
a lot
it.
of things that you don't see coming. Who are you most excited to see on set? Because was it surprises for y'all?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. A lot of those people in there, I had no idea were in the movie until I watched it or watched the trailer. I'm like, they were, because I didn't see Lil Wayne. I would have probably passed out. But I was extremely nervous to see LeBron, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he's just so tall. I was like, oh my God, he's really here. Like, he can play basketball really well. And like, I was shooting and I made it, and I thought that impressed him.
LeBron was hard. I mean, Snoop was dope to see. I mean, it was like Juvenile was dope to see. I mean, like just seeing everybody that was fans of our work. You feel me? Because we have been putting a lot of work in. So the OGs to come in and be like, hey man, we rock with y'all. We like what y'all doing. You know, even before this. So it was like, it was crazy. I mean, and it was a lot of people I didn't see just because like we film it, different days, and then it's so much people got scheduled. So I was like, it was a lot of people that didn't get a chance to show up because it was a lot of names. I was like, hey, this person coming, then that person canceled last minute. So
I think Obama was supposed to come.
Yeah, Obama was supposed to come.
But I stayed 2 extra days. I'm like, Obama ain't picked up the phone. I'm gone.
He was on the call sheet.
No
Yeah.
cap.
He ain't coming.
He's
Yeah,
not.
it was a lot of celebrities that didn't come.
If they could have got a bomb in there, that would have been
crazy.
wild. But he cool enough to do it.
I know.
Came.
He
Hell
probably
yeah.
would
Is
have.
this a house party?
This is LeBron? Is LeBron home?
This is Michelle. I don't know. It's the Airbnb we rent? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you said
I was excited to see Wayne though.
Obama to college years. You
Hey,
know what I mean?
saying? I shave it
Right.
off.
Seeing Lil Wayne?
Man, what? That was my first time actually seeing him in person.
You're like, you're real?
Yeah, and I was like, "What up, Wayne?" He like, "Oh man, I mess with you." I was like, "Oh, that boy talk like that for real." You feel me? But no, it was just love, like just like he said, to see people like that we been inspired by when we was kids. You feel what I'm saying? And like now our lives are just aligning together. You feel me? Just letting you know that God is still working on you. You just got to keep going.
Yep.
Yo, and the ripple effect is the same way y'all felt meeting these people. There's people that will see y'all and just feel the same way because, like, you know, y'all impact people's lives in so many ways through the artistry and what y'all bring to the table. So before we roll, I want to play a game with y'all. It's called The Same Damn Time. I'm going to ask y'all some questions, and at the count of 3 or when I point, y'all say the name or the person, whether they're in this room or somebody that was on set that this applies to, okay?
Okay.
All right. Out of everybody in House Party, who is the best dancer? 1, 2, 3.
DC
Jacob.
Karen.
Aw,
Wow.
thanks. DC Young Fly.
Oh, thank you.
DC, yo, the choreography was
I
tight
said
in
Jacob
front.
initially, so both of them.
Okay. Who is the most likely to get kicked out of a party in real life? 1, 2, 3.
Me.
Tosin.
I'm like me.
Man, no, him too.
I probably walk out.
Yeah. Tosin seemed like a wild boy too.
Nah,
I told you that's my dog. But
Tosin might
Tosin
get
gonna
kicked
walk out
out.
with me.
Yeah, both of y'all. Come on, he's like, fuck that, bro.
Let go.
Sorry.
If you go, we go. All right, let's just say y'all go to a party, a house party for real.
Right.
Who is the most likely to walk out with the most numbers? 1, 2, 3.
Jake.
Me?
He repped himself.
Wait, numbers as in women?
Yeah.
Oh, like numbers. Okay,
Yeah, phone
got you.
numbers.
Me. What you talking about?
Okay, so y'all all
That's
have
the Leo.
confidence
That's
in
that
yourself.
Leo.
Let's roll with
That's
that.
that Leo gang in me.
Okay,
That is
okay.
Taurus. I ain't going now. Nit.
And I feel like just conversationally, I know this answer as well, but who would probably get drunk the quickest at a party? 1, 2, 3.
Jay.
Me, yeah.
Jay.
Or you.
Fight Jake.
You
Yeah.
That boy,
I mean,
that boy got a company head going down.
I mean, like,
It's just-
you're always
I
so
can-
loose all the time.
I can't.
that
I'm just.
I'll
My
probably just
energy
do it.
already high, so
Yeah.
I really don't need it.
Yeah, that's
The boy got to
vodka.
cook.
At all
Straight up
times.
You hear me?
tequila.
Yeah, I stay relaxed.
How about you a lightweight? What's your preferred drink of choice?
A tequila.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it just seems like you just naturally
I
wired.
drink water, man.
You don't drink- you don't-
I would not be the dude y'all talk about in the party. Who that on the floor? Who that is? No, sir. That DC. Go in the pocket.
Pick him up.
Take the bottle from me. Ah!
Now,
Get up.
everybody in here was such a wild card,
Right.
and I feel like this is an easy answer too, but who made it the hardest to keep a straight face during filming?
Melvin.
1, 2, 3.
Melvin Gray. For me.
Oh,
Melvin Gray, who
lot of
did he
people-
play?
a lot of people,
Yep.
Man, boy. All right,
Yeah.
A lot of people.
But it was tough,
it was
though.
takes.
it was DC because I didn't have a lot of takes with. I didn't have any with Melvin, but when I was watching him, yes. If I was
was
with
tough.
him, I would have not been able to keep a straight face. But since I had scenes with him, I was just dying when it was his coverage.
Yeah, I could just tell that there was probably just, and they did a little bit if you saw like the end
Yeah.
of the, I know you haven't seen it yet, but yo, they was showing some of the outtakes, and I just
Okay.
know that
Yeah.
there was just so much
Man, it was
gold.
lit.
Yeah.
You could probably recut a whole separate version of the
Yeah,
movie.
we got
with just
lit.
we got a
the
blooper
B-side.
reel. We got a real
Yeah,
blooper reel.
yes.
We excited about that because
Did you
that's-
see the blooper reel?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
a blooper
I'm glad
Yeah,
we was
they
keeping the
put it in.
blooper reel.
We got a
Them be
blooper
lit.
reel. Like that's
No.
that's the nostalgia that we needed to keep because we really need to see how much fun we
I
had.
know.
Like in between takes. So
Yes,
it's
blooper reels
amazing.
are
man.
very important.
It's dope.
Well, listen, you probably don't go to parties much.
Come
you
on,
can
man.
bring the party to your crib, or you can go see one in an actual movie theater in big surround Dolby sound. The movie's called House Party. It drops on January 13th. Go
You
see
did.
it.
Get
Bring
your
a party
tickets.
of people with you, man. If you had to do an elevator pitch to explain why people should see the movie, why should they go see it? I'll start with you, Jacob.
Man, it's chemistry, cinematography, energy. Today, current. Yeah, I'll say that.
Ken?
Black people having fun.
Hey,
Yeah.
DC?
hey, man. You're blessed. You're alive. You're healthy. You're moving.
Well.
Why not celebrate that?
Come on
Come
now.
on, somebody.
Come on now.
Yo, DC Young Fly, Karen Obilom, Jacob Latimore, House Party. Go support it. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell an enemy too, man. Because we all need to be
Yeah.
up in that thing having
Yeah.
a good time. Then we gonna
Hey.
You
kick
can
step
get your
our way
tickets
out of
right
here.
now.
We are the morning hustle.